It was all a dream. Pat used to read anything.
I would read Word Up magazine before a book, that's for sure.
I totally believe that. Word up. Word up to who's going to win the PGA Championship this year, this weekend at Aronimink Golf Club in Pennsylvania. I know you've been to Pennsylvania quite a bit, Sam. Have you ever played or been to Aronimink?
No, over just outside of Philly. Unbelievable course, though.
Very historic course. But now we're going to watch the second major of the season unfold. And here are some of the storylines as some of the guys have already teed off right now. Alex Fitzpatrick is fired off to start a 2-under through 2. Now, that is not Matt Fitzpatrick. That is Alex Fitzpatrick, who only got his PGA Tour card thanks to his brother and their win was at Zurich.
That's right. I remember I was talking about that.
It's Sam's favorite tournament.
No, one of
Sam's favorite tournament.
One of the best ever.
But think about how cool that is. He's only playing well in the PGA Championship because he played in an event with his brother who essentially won him his tour card.
I agree, and Alex Fitzpatrick played well last week as well, so his brother helped him, but certainly Alex earned it, and he's proven that right now. But what are we going to see proven this weekend? Could Scottie Scheffler win again? He won the PGA Championship last year. He is trying to become the first back-to-back winner since. Brooks Koepka did it in 2018 and 2019. Rory McIlroy, he is trying to build off what he did at Augusta at the Masters just 4 weeks ago.
Didn't it not go well for him last year at the PGA after the Masters?
That's absolutely correct.
I remember the discussion about he was kind of a jerk to the media afterwards, and they're like, you just won the Masters, and now you're back to being that guy.
So I expect him to be a different type of guy this time around. He's been dialed in and looks good. How about Cameron Young? Speaking of dialed in, this might be the most dialed in guy on the tour right now. He is the reigning Players Champion, and when you talk about top form, he's it right now. 2 wins and 2/3. Two wins in his last 6 starts, 2 third-place finishes in his last 6 starts as well. And that PGA Championship, that would be big for him, and he's playing really well right now. I talked about Alex Fitzpatrick. How about his brother Matt Fitzpatrick, who's been really good? He won, like I said, the Zurich Classic with his brother, and then he's had the RBC Heritage as well. So good start for him. Here's a storyline, and I know the DeChambeau, Rahm, Liv guys, and no more Liv, and those guys are going to be in the field, and we'll see what they can do. I think that Jordan Spieth going after the Grand Slam, we saw Rory do it last year. It's not talked about a lot. It would be the 7th time it's done. Rory was the 6th player to ever do it. Sam, I see you fist pumping back there. Are you hearing a lot? You with me on this one?
You beat me to it. I was going to say my dark horse pick of this tournament is Jordan Spieth at plus 6,000. You get crazy odds on the guy. He hasn't played well this season to this point, but every time he steps over the ball, it just feels like maybe we'll get a touch of that 2018, 2017 Jordan Spieth where he just couldn't miss a putt and he couldn't miss a fairway. So I like him at plus 6,000. And Ricky Fowler, too. He has been driving the ball ridiculously.
Spieth hasn't won in 4 years. Spieth hasn't won a tournament since 2022. Maybe he's due, or maybe the game has just passed him by. By the age of 24, I mean, think about 10 years ago, Jordan Spieth had 3 legs of the Grand Slam already. And in 2015, he was the runner-up for the PGA Championship. He would have had that Grand Slam already. But
is it the case? Is it the case of the game passing him by, though, or is it the case of just getting too comfortable because you've got enough money? I think sometimes that happens.
No, it's not that at all. Here's my thing with Jordan Spieth, and this is the worst thing you can be in golf: a head case. And Jordan Spieth has problems composing himself, and we saw it when he melted down many years ago in the middle of a major. When you have meltdowns and you get in your head like that and you can't seem to get it back together and you're throwing your club and you're dry and your body language is off, it's the worst thing you can do in golf. It's the worst. Want to know why? One of the reasons why Scottie Scheffler is just a cut above the rest, aside from his ability, his ball striking ability, which is tremendous, it's his head.
Because he doesn't care?
He just doesn't get too high or too low. And sometimes guys that get too high or too low, I think Rory McIlroy is a perfect example of it. you can throw your game off by doing that. You have to be able to stay in it and keep your head in it. And Jordan Spieth is one of those guys that I just don't know if he's always able to do it. I think this is going to be, when you're watching this tournament, keep in mind when you're watching the PGA Championship, this is a long course. It's a par 70. I believe there's only 2 par 5s on the entire course. So not a lot of scoring opportunities. When you have par 5s for these players, that's a lot of scoring opportunities. The 9th hole and the 16th hole are the only 2 par 5s on this entire course. The par 3s I've heard are extremely challenging. The first par 3, the 5th hole, I've heard is not as challenging as 8, 14, and 17. So guys are going to have to be precise. You're going to have to be good around the greens. Driving, being a long driver, even though that's going to be helpful to you, is not going to get it done. Landing it on the green, putting it in your spots, that's going to get it done.
Sounds like a Scheffler kind of tournament.
It feels like a Scheffler tournament to me.
Feels like Ricky Fowler.
Jordan Spieth, Ricky Fowler. What year are you living in?
Ricky's coming off what, back-to-back top 10s, if I'm not mistaken. Like
Playing well.
Ricky is quietly playing really good golf.
Playing well. I don't think he has enough to get it done. Watch, every time I do this. I did this with Phil Mickelson. Phil won.
I'm going to go ahead and take my life savings out now that you just said those words.
I might do it too. I did this with Tiger.
Because then it won't win.
That's true. It's going to be $5 if you win. That's it.
$5 hairs?
$5 hairs. So, yeah, I think the Scotty Scheffler would be the obvious pick. Christopher Wrighton, he's been playing really well, too. I've kind of got him as a dark horse as one of my Wrighton picks. Fitzpatrick, like I said, is playing well. Guys that are typically in good form right now, playing good golf, they're the ones that are going to be the ones at the top of the leaderboard. If you're not playing great golf going into these, it's a little harder. It's a little more surprising when they're able to come back. Who's your overall? I know you're dark horse. Sam, who's your winner?
That's tough. Because I want Ricky to win. But, I mean, you feel like it's probably going to be Scheffler to win back-to-back. Can actually get him at pretty good odds. I think he's like plus 600 right now as the tournament favorite. But, yeah, I mean, it's hard to bet against the guy. He's just so nails when it matters most. He's like the only guy on tour, seemingly. You talked about his head just staying in it. He's like the least head case of head cases on the tour. Like, he's absolutely a head case. He just somehow keeps it within himself.
We'll have to see. Pat, do you have a pick?
Yeah, I just told you, Scotty Scheffler. It's a Scheffler kind of tournament.
Even though you hate him.
Listen, I mean, I don't hate the man just because he's a thug. I just think he needs to clean it up a little bit. I wouldn't be running over police officers with my car.
We'll see tomorrow how this field looks. But like I said, very early, only a few guys have gone off right now. But Alex Fitzpatrick, 2 under through 2 holes, and I've heard scoring opportunities early on on the course, but later it gets a little bit more challenging. So we'll see if that holds up. We will see if Jacob Mizorowski holds up, because when you're flinging the ball over 103 miles per hour, things get a little crazy. Today's top headlines coming up next, plus your opportunity. You definitely want to stay tuned. We're giving away a pair of tickets, Rays against the Marlins, Citrus Series at the Trop. We're giving away tickets in a few minutes, so don't miss that. That is next on the Pat and Aaron Show.
The flagship station for your Tampa Bay